Welcome back to Investing Talk Podcast, everyone. Today we're diving into the world of biotech with a company that's been making some serious waves.
Evaxion Biotech.
Exactly. Trading under the ticker symbol EVAX.
And let me tell you, their stock has been on a roller coaster ride recently.
A roller coaster that has a lot of investors asking, is this a sign of big things to come, or is it all just hype?
Well, that's what we're here to find out.
We're going to break down everything for you, the good, the bad, and the potentially groundbreaking.
And I think a good place to start is with that recent price surge. I mean, we're talking a 91.21% jump in just a few trading sessions.
Whoa, that's the kind of move that definitely grabs your attention. But is it sustainable?
Well, there are a few factors at play here. One is the growing buzz around personalized medicine.
Especially when it comes to cancer treatment.
Exactly.
It seems like every day there's a new breakthrough, a new therapy.
And that's where Evaxion comes in. They're developing a personalized cancer vaccine.
EVX01.
Right. And it's showing some real promise.
So we're talking potentially game-changing stuff here, right?
Absolutely. If this vaccine lives up to its potential, it could be huge, not just for Evaxion, but for countless patients battling cancer.
No doubt, investors are starting to see that potential, hence the stock surge.
Right. But it's not just about the science. Evaxion had also made some strategic moves that are turning heads.
Like what?
Well, they recently changed their American depository shares ratio.
Okay, break that down for me. What does that mean for the average investor?
Sure. So basically, they shifted from one ADS representing 10 shares to one ADS representing 50 shares.
Okay, and what's the thinking behind that?
Think of it like this. You're running a lemonade stand, but you only accept pennies. You might get a lot of customers, but you're not going to make a lot of money.
Right.
But if you start accepting dollar bills, suddenly you can attract customers with deeper pockets.
I like that analogy. So by making this ADS ratio change, Evaction's basically saying, hey, big investors, come on in, we're ready for you.
Exactly. If they're trying to attract those institutional investors like mutual funds and hedge funds, those who can bring in more capital and provide long-term stability.
Okay, so we've got a potential blockbuster drug in the pipeline and a savvy move to attract big investors. Sounding pretty promising so far.
It is.
But I need like to dig into the details. What's the clinical data actually telling us about EVX01? Is it really as groundbreaking as it seems?
Well, they just completed a phase 2 trial. And while we're still waiting for the final data analysis, which is expected in 2025, the early signs are very encouraging.
So there's definitely reason for optimism. But what are some of the things that make you cautious?
Well, personalized medicine is still a relatively new field, and there's always the risk that a promising treatment might not live up to the hype in larger trials.
That's fair. I mean, we've seen it happen before.
Exactly. So we need to see more data from larger trials before we can definitively say that EVX01 is a game changer.
Okay, fair enough. But let's say, for argument's sake, that everything goes perfectly. EVX01 passes all of its trials with flying colors. What kind of impact are we talking about for Evaction's bottom line?
Well, if EVX01 captures even 5% of the projected market for personalized cancer vaccines, we're talking potential revenue in the billions.
Wow, billions with a B. Now, that's what I call a return on investment.
But again, it's important to remember that this is all still speculative. There are a lot of ifs involved.
Right. As they say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify your portfolio, all that good stuff.
Exactly. But I think it's safe to say that Evaxion is a company worth watching closely.
Absolutely. Now, for our listeners who love to geek out on charts and graphs, let's dive into some technical analysis of EVAX stock.
Sounds good.
Let's start with the moving averages. The 10-day simple moving average, which is a good indicator of short-term trends, is currently at $3.54.
Which is a buy signal.
Right, but the longer-term moving average is like the 50-day and 200-day are sending sell signals. So we've got mixed messages here.
That's not uncommon for a stock like EVAX that's experiencing such high volatility. The short-term excitement is pushing the price up, but the long-term outlook is still a bit uncertain.
Okay, makes sense. What about the RSI?
The RSI, or Relative Strength Index, is currently sitting at 40.61.
So right in the middle.
Exactly, suggesting it's neither overbought nor oversold, so neutral territory.
So basically the stock could go either way from here.
Yeah, there's potential for both upward and downward movement in the short term.
Okay, let's move on to the MACD, or Moving Average Divergence.
For EVAX, the MACD is currently negative at negative 0.903.
And that tells us what exactly?
Well, typically it indicates bearish momentum. However,
Okay, there's a however. I
Yeah.
should have known.
well, it's important to remember that technical indicators are just tools, and they don't always tell the whole story. While a negative MACD might seem bearish, it's not uncommon for early-stage biotech companies to experience volatile swings.
Especially as trial data gets released.
Right. That crossover we mentioned where the MACD line crosses above the signal line could be really significant here.
So we shouldn't read too much into the negative MACD just yet.
Exactly. It's all about context.
All right. Last indicator on our list is the stochastic oscillator.
EVAX's stochastic oscillator is sitting at 13.22.
Which is very low.
Right. And that indicates that the stock is potentially oversold.
So that could be a buy signal for those who believe the stock is poised for a rebound.
Potentially, yes. But again, it's just one piece of the puzzle. We need to consider all the factors at play, both technical and fundamental, before making any investment decisions.
Okay, so I've got mixed messages from the technical indicators, but one thing's for sure. EVAX is a stock that's generating a lot of buzz.
Absolutely.
But let's step back from the charts for a moment and look at their actual financial performance. Are they actually making money?
Well, like many biotech companies in the growth phase, profitability isn't their main focus right now. They're investing heavily in research and development, which is expensive. But the recent earnings report does show some promising signs.
Okay, like what?
Well, their revenue for September 2024 was $3.02 million. That's not a huge number, but it shows they're generating some income. And more importantly, their net income loss actually improved year over year. They lost $1.94 million, which is a 65.92% improvement compared to the same period last year.
So they're not in the black yet, but they're moving in the right direction.
Exactly. And that's a good sign for investors. It shows they're being responsible with their resources.
Okay, so we've got a company with a potential blockbuster drug in development, a strategic move to attract big investors, and signs of improving financial management. It sounds like Evaxion is setting themselves up for success. But before we get too carried away, let's broaden our perspective a bit and talk about the overall biotech industry.
Yeah, that's a great point. Evaxion isn't operating in a vacuum. The entire biotech sector is experiencing a surge of innovation and investment, which could create both opportunities and challenges for Evaxion.
So what are some of the big trends you're seeing that could impact a company like Evaxion? What should investors be paying attention to?
One of the most significant trends is the increasing focus on gene therapy and CRISPR technology. These are revolutionary tools that have the potential to cure diseases that were once considered untreatable. This creates a huge market opportunity for companies like Evaxion that are developing cutting-edge therapies.
But with so much competition in this space, how can Evaxion stand out from the crowd?
That's a great question. One thing Evaxion has going for them is their focus on personalized medicine, which is a rapidly growing segment of the market. If they can successfully develop and commercialize EVX01, they could become a leader in this space.
So the potential is there, but it's all about execution now.
Exactly. And speaking of execution, their next earnings announcement is coming up on March 25th, 2025. That's going to be a key event for investors to see if they can continue this trend of improving their financials and advancing their clinical trials.
Mark your calendars, folks.
Absolutely.
Well, it sounds like Evaxion Biotech is a company with a lot of moving parts, but hopefully we've given you a clearer picture of what's going on and what to look for in the future.
It's a fascinating case study in the world of biotech investing, and it'll be interesting to see how things unfold in the coming months and years.
We'll be watching closely. But for now, that wraps up part 1 of our look at EVAX.
Be sure to tune in for part 2, where we'll delve into the ethical considerations and potential societal impacts of personalized medicine. It's a topic you won't want to miss. And be sure to subscribe to Investing Talk Podcasts and leave us a comment letting us know your thoughts on EVAX and the future of biotech. We love hearing from our listeners. And if you found this episode helpful, please share it with your friends, family, or anyone who might be interested in the exciting world of biotech investing.
Until next time, happy investing.
So we've been talking about Evaxion Biotech trading under the ticker symbol EVAX.
Right, and their personalized cancer vaccine, EVX01, still waiting on those final phase 2 trial results due in 2025.
Yeah, it's a long road to developing new treatments.
It is, but if it works the way they hope, it could really change the game for cancer treatment.
Absolutely. But it also raises some big ethical questions about this whole field of personalized medicine.
Yeah, like will these treatments only be available to the wealthy.
That's a valid concern. I mean, we've already seen how expensive new drugs can be.
Right. And if personalized medicine becomes the norm, we could end up with a healthcare system where only the privileged few can afford the best treatments.
Exactly. It's something we really need to think about as a society. How do we make sure these life-saving therapies are available to everyone who needs them, not just those who can afford them?
It's a tough question, and I don't think there are any easy answers.
No, but it's a conversation we need to have.
Absolutely. What's the point of all this amazing medical progress if it only benefits a small percentage of the population?
Right. Another ethical issue that comes up with personalized medicine is data privacy.
Because we're talking about collecting a lot of very sensitive information, like people's genetic data.
Exactly. And we need to make sure that information is protected and used responsibly.
Because the potential for misuse is definitely there.
Yeah.
I mean, could insurance companies use that data to deny coverage or charge higher premiums?
It's possible, and employers could potentially use it to discriminate against job applicants.
It's a scary thought.
It is. We need strong safeguards in place to prevent that kind of thing from happening. And it's not just about government regulations. Companies like Evaxion have a responsibility to be transparent about how they collect, store, and use this data.
Transparency is key. Patients need to know how their information is being handled, and they need to trust that it's being protected.
Exactly. And as investors, we need to hold these companies accountable. It's not just about profits, it's about ethics, too.
Well said. Now, I know we've been focusing on the potential downsides, but let's not forget about the incredible upside of personalized medicine. We're talking about curing diseases that were once considered incurable, extending lifespans and improving the quality of life for millions of people.
Absolutely. It's a really exciting time to be in this field. Imagine a world where treatments are tailor-made to your specific genetic makeup, maximizing their effectiveness and minimizing side effects.
Sounds like science fiction.
I know, right? But it's becoming more and more real every day, and companies like Evaxion are leading the way.
So let's bring it back to Evaxion and EVX-01. Their personalized cancer vaccine. How does their work fit into this bigger picture?
Well, they're taking a really interesting approach. Instead of using traditional chemotherapy or radiation, which can have all sorts of nasty side effects, this vaccine is designed to stimulate the patient's own immune system to attack the cancer cells.
So it's like giving your body's natural defenses a boost.
Exactly. And the personalized aspect comes from tailoring the vaccine to the specific genetic makeup of each patient's tumor.
So it's like a custom-made weapon designed to take out that particular cancer.
That's a great way to put it. And because it's so targeted, it has the potential to be much more effective than traditional treatments with fewer side effects.
That's the holy grail of cancer treatment, isn't it? To target the cancer without harming healthy cells.
Absolutely. And while it's still early days for EVX-01, the initial trial data is very encouraging.
But as with any new treatment, we need to see more data before we can get too excited.
Of course. And even if it does prove to be successful, there's still the question of scalability. Can they produce this vaccine on a large enough scale to meet the needs of millions of patients and at a price that's affordable?
Yeah, those are important considerations.
Definitely.
So you mentioned earlier that Evaction's next earnings announcement is on March 25th, 2025. What should investors be watching for in that report?
I think the most important thing is going to be any updates on the development of EVX-01.
So are they on track to complete the phase 3 trial as planned? Any new data that supports its effectiveness? Things like that.
Exactly. Investors will also want to see how the company is managing its financials. Did they reduce their operating expenses? Are they getting closer to profitability?
Right, because at the end of the day, it's a business.
Exactly. And lastly, I'd keep an eye out for any news about potential partnerships or collaborations.
Because those can be game changers for a company like Evaxion, especially in such a competitive industry.
Yeah, a strategic partnership could give them access to new resources, expertise, or distribution channels.
So lots to watch for in that March 25th earnings report. It's going to be a big one.
It is.
Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground here in part 2 of our discussion about Evaxion Biotech. We've explored the ethical considerations of personalized medicine, the potential impact of EVX-01, and the key things to watch for in their upcoming earnings announcement.
And we've only scratched the surface. There's so much more to talk about when it comes to biotech.
That's why we're here. Be sure to tune in for part 3, where we'll zoom out even further and take a look at the overall biotech landscape. We'll discuss some other promising investment opportunities and some of the big trends shaping the industry. Welcome back to Investing Talk Podcast, We've been taking a deep dive into the world of biotech, and specifically Evaxion Biotech, trading under the ticker symbol EVAX.
A company that's really at the forefront of this whole personalized medicine revolution.
Yeah, their personalized cancer vaccine, EVX01, has the potential to be a real game changer. But now I think it's time to zoom out a little bit and look at the bigger picture.
The biotech industry as a whole.
Right. Because there's so much innovation happening right now, it can be a bit overwhelming for investors trying to figure out where to put their money.
It definitely is a complex landscape, but that's why we're here to break it down for you.
Exactly. So what are some of the big trends that you're seeing in biotech? What should investors be paying attention to?
Well, one of the most exciting areas right now is gene therapy, and specifically CRISPR technology.
Yeah, CRISPR is mind-blowing stuff. The ability to actually edit genes has the potential to cure diseases that we never thought were curable before.
It's really a paradigm shift in medicine, and it's creating a huge opportunity for investors. Companies that are at the forefront of this research are going to see significant growth in the coming years.
But with so many companies jumping on the gene therapy bandwagon, how can investors identify the ones that are most likely to succeed?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
It is.
A few things I always look for. First, innovation. Is this company developing truly novel therapies? Are they addressing unmet medical needs?
So don't just chase the hype. Really dig in and see if they're doing something unique.
Exactly. And the second thing I look at is the science. Biotech is a science-driven industry, so you got to make sure the science is solid.
So don't be fooled by marketing hype or a smooth-talking CEO. Look at the data.
Exactly. Read those clinical trial results, understand the underlying technology, make sure it all makes sense.
And then, of course, there's the whole regulatory landscape to consider. Getting a new drug approved is no easy feat.
Right. It's a long and complicated process, and it can be a major hurdle for biotech companies. So you want to look for companies that have a proven track record of navigating the FDA approval process.
Experience matters in this industry.
Absolutely. And finally, don't forget about the financials. Biotech is a capital-intensive industry, so make sure the company has a solid financial foundation.
Can they fund their research and development? Do they have a responsible burn rate? A clear path to profitability? All important questions.
Definitely. Biotech investing is not for the faint of heart. There's a lot of risk involved, but for those who are willing to do their homework, the rewards can be huge.
We're not just talking about financial rewards either. We're talking about the potential to be part of something that could truly change the world for the better.
That's what makes biotech so exciting. It's not just about making money, it's about making a difference.
Well said. So as we wrap up our three-part deep dive into Evaxion Biotech and the biotech industry as a whole, what's the key takeaway for our listeners?
I think the key takeaway is that this is an incredibly dynamic and rapidly evolving industry with huge potential, but it's important to do your research, understand the risks, and be prepared for some volatility.
It's not for everyone, that's for sure. But if you're looking for an investment opportunity that could have a real impact on the world, biotech is definitely worth considering. Well, we've covered a lot of ground in this three-part series. We've talked about Evaxion Biotech, their personalized cancer vaccine, EVX01, the ethical considerations of personalized medicine, the broader trends shaping the biotech industry, and so much more.
It's been a great conversation.
It has. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.